Hello, Dee. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Jeremy, how are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a long day, an exciting day, but a long day.
That it has, I agree.
What do you think is the most exciting thing that happened today?
I think the most exciting thing that happened today was the video that Harold put out today.
I think it was. There was a lot of stuff that was said. Let's sum it up.
Okay.
While I look like I have no shirt or no body, it looks like I'm just doesn't it look like it was a green thing?
Yeah.
It's a black shirt, okay?
And I look like I'm bundled up like an Eskimo.
Okay, so let's go ahead and sum up the video. There was a couple of things. What was the most impactful statement or whatever you want to say about the video for you?
I think the most impactful thing for me was when he was talking about New Guinea and where they're using the cash gold as their currency, their currency now. I thought that was just awesome.
Yep. And especially when you start thinking about like all the packages that are attached to cash gold, like the premium pro. And then you think about how the Carrot Pay system is based on the cash gold and the crypto also that we have now with the change in the name, not Carrot Bank coin anymore. What is it?
Carrot gold coin.
Right. And so, I mean, I guess I did a video in Spanish earlier and I told everybody, just calm down, relax. Everything's good. Everything's okay. We just have some processing that has to be done. We're changing over from one to the other. So just be relaxed. But the ICO is over. So that official, the initial coin offering, that's done. Now we're into it in transition phase. So now we're going from being specifically ICO and that's it to now it's out. And eventually the next, when was it? Did he said it'd be open with all exchanges or pretty much says the exchanges? Didn't really say all of them, but.
I think he said within a couple weeks.
Yeah. So I would say not to panic about where to get them, where to sell them, what to do with them and anything. And in fact, Harold said something interesting that to me indicates something of importance. There was a person a long time ago, it was actually my grandpa. He used to say, when someone wise speaks, they're usually saying more than one thing in one sentence.
I agree with that.
And when you think about it, it actually sometimes things, you go through life and you've heard these little phrases or little advice or whatever, and all of a sudden it'll pop up somewhere else. There was one a long time ago that somebody told me, if you make the choice for the right reasons, you made the right choice.
Correct.
And it doesn't matter what the decision is. If you made it for the right reasons, it's the right choice.
Right.
And that's followed me the whole way. So while Harold is talking, he says there's an incentive, it's a special announcement that's exciting about December. What would you say it was?
If you hold on to your coins, all of them, until the 24th of December, then you will get a 35% bonus.
Right. And I think the example that he used is, for example, let's say you hold on to 100,000 coins. In December 24th, if you still have those 100,000 coins, you held on to that amount, whatever you held on to, 100,000 coins, then you would receive 35,000.
25,000 euro.
Actually, I think he said 35,000 coins.
No.
We should listen to it again.
He said 25,000 euro.
Let's listen again.
Okay.
Okay, so let's have Harold clear this up here. I actually wanted to ask you, can you give us an example, please?
Okay, an example. You have 100,000 coins. You get 35,000 in 24th of December in your e-wallet.
That's interesting. So, Dee, it sounds like what he's saying, we were both right. He said 25.
He did.
He said 25 in your e-wallet. So that means if you have 100,000, then you would get the 35,000 coins. So 35% So that's 35 for every 100. So the interesting thing that I have in that, thinking about this now with what my grandpa said, what is he actually telling us about the value of these coins by that time?
They're going to be valuable.
And it's interesting because Harold Seitz is the kind of man that he thinks ahead. He's playing chess. He's not just playing a short little game of Chinese checkers or something like that, or a little, he's not playing checkers or little, go fish or anything like that. He's actually thinking ahead a while. So if you imagine this, for some reason, I don't know if you've noticed this, Dee, but every time something happens in Carrot Bars and they put a date on it, for some reason, something really big happens right about that time. Have you noticed that?
Yep.
Isn't convention and all those incentives and everything usually towards the end of the year?
Actually, they usually are, but this one was at the beginning of this year.
Yeah. So when was the convention? The last convention?
It was in January.
And do you remember when we started ramping up for all the incentives? Isn't it usually October, November, December?
Was it?
Because you had to qualify before those incentives before the event.
Yep. Yeah, I think that actually started in September.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, Dee. I don't have any inside information. I just know my Harold.
Yeah. Then we got something bigger is coming.
And I would almost bet that holding onto those coins has something to do with it. And that's why he's kind of telling us, you just want to hold on. Just hold on. And it kind of made me, the way it makes me think, I almost feel like a kid, you're a kid in the candy store or whatever like that. And as soon as you walk in, you're like, I want this one, I want that one, I want that one. And there's somebody that says, wait a minute, hold on. And it's usually because the big good candy's in the back.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Harold's kind of saying right here. So everybody, we need to think like an investor. And I'm actually going to pull out a problem that can happen if we're looking at the carrot gold coin. And I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, Dee, but do you see carrot gold coin as like an investment type opportunity?
Definitely.
Okay.
It's a longer term investment. I think because it's a cryptocurrency, even if it has gold behind it. Bitcoin took almost 10 years to reach what it reached. I don't think this is going to take 10 years, but it's not going to be overnight either.
Right. So I think we kind of need to think about the problem that can happen if there are emotions involved in investing. What happens if you're doing investing and you have your emotions involved in them?
You either overinvest and overextend yourself, and you invest more than you should actually lose if it doesn't work out. Right.
Let me show you what Warren Buffett said. This is actually, CNBC has something about investing decisions. And it says one of Warren Buffett's most quoted axiom, is that right?
Yeah, axioms.
Okay, urges investors to be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think what that's kind of saying is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dee, and I know you always will. You always correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that part of what people are afraid of is if I hold on to coins, I might lose money.
Yes.
So as soon as it hits the market, I'm going to sell them. And Harold is basically helping people to not do that because that fear could be one of the biggest losses.
Yep.
And so that's kind of what I would tell. The other thing that I would say is on the other end, they gave another extension on this, not an extension, but they're holding the price for us really low. Okay. I can see if you have the money to throw away or if you have the money to invest without feeling hurt. And that's kind of a different way of saying it. I think what I'm trying to say is, if you
Well,
have, oh, go ahead, D, tell me.
we're a company that teaches people how to save,
Right,
not to go in debt.
exactly.
So if you have it to where you're not going in debt to do it, I don't see a problem with getting what you can get.
Right,
But if you have to go in debt to do it, then you're actually going against company policy.
right. So I guess if somebody's like, you only have $1,000 and you have to have that $1,000 to make it to the end of the month, pay your rent, do whatever, and you see this extra opportunity, you say, okay, I'm going to take all this $1,000 and buy a bunch of coin, and then I'm just going to sell it as soon as it hits the market. You might be in getting into the greedy when the greedy's there, and that's when you're supposed to be fearful.
Right.
And so it might be a good idea for you to buy within what you can, and hold on to what you can hold on to instead of just trying to make a quick buck.
Right.
So that's, I guess that's what I would say. The other thing I think we need to be cautious about, and I think we were talking about this now, is running out of the street and leaving your store unattended to try to catch the cute little cat that's running across. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The carrot gold coins are this cute little cat, and I know you want to grab them, and I know you want to have fun and play with them and stuff like that, but you got a store called Carrot Bars.
Yep. And if you leave that store unattended, things are going to get stolen out of it, or it's going to deplete.
That's right. So right now in this group, Gold Momentum, we're actually about ready to hit really good momentum. We've got a good solid 10 to 30, and I say 10 to 30 because, I mean, you can count the Spanish in also at the same time English. We have African group that's running in Kenya. We got all kinds of, we got between, I would say probably 15 to 20 good, strong leaders at least that are all pulling about the same, and very quickly could be distracted by the little light. I have a cat, Kiko, and I can take one of those laser pointers and have Kiko all over the place.
Yep.
And we don't want to think that carrot gold coin is that little laser pointer, but we could definitely get distracted. So everybody focus, I think, on presenting, bringing more people into the company, building your teams, building it strong, building it long, and keep it going.
Let's keep that mastermind attitude.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's kind of where I just a couple things I wanted to get out there, and I know that everybody. I mean, it's late. We're 1 a.m. right now. Here,
it's 4:15 my time.
I was gonna say, forget that. You're about ready to get up. Almost time for you to wake up, D.
Almost.
We have been online. I'm telling you right now, this woman you're watching right now has been in a Zoom meeting for over 12 hours. I'm serious. Zoom is going to say, why in the world are these guys doing this? But anyway, so we love everybody in the group. We want everybody to be successful.
Yes.
And I don't think we want to see anybody suffer. And I think what we want is for everybody to be happy and to really invest quality and not just quantity into everything that's here. And so, all of our team internationally, we're talking about everybody in the Spanish group. We're talking about everybody in all over the place. This is a huge family. We have huge goals. We can reach for every one of the people that want to. They can build a business of 100,000 to 1 million different, individuals saving gold all over the world. And at the same time, create a huge carat gold coin, fun money package. Can you imagine that, having a couple $1 million of fun money to spend?
Just fun money.
Just fun money. This is what I used to blow it. It's not my real money. It's just my fun money to have fun with. But to do that, you have to hold out. You have to wait for that right moment to take off. And I think that that's what everybody needs to get in their mind. Right now, we have a business. We need to work as a business. We can't go out and have fun just because we might have some fun. So anyway, Dee, I just wanted to get that out there. I don't know if you have anything else you want to tell the group, but that's what I thought. So.
Nope. Your thoughts and my thoughts are running pretty parallel.
Very nice. So we love what we're building here, and we're very glad to be working with everybody. This video is for you guys. We love you.
Yep, we do. Love you guys. You're the best.